Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Lumpin Vishum, and the highlights of today's program are 66th Republic Day celebrated with enthusiasm in the northeast. Youth turn up in large numbers for army recruitment rally in Tripura. NDFBS militants involved in Assam massacre arrested in Bengaluru. Web-based educational program launched in Arunachal Pradesh. And budding Naga fashion designers showcase their talent at an event in Dimapur. The 66th anniversary of India becoming a republic was celebrated with much fervour across the country. In the northeast region, the occasion was observed with zest and enthusiasm. Take a look.
Pomp, pageantry and patriotic fervour were on display as the 66th Republic Day was celebrated across India with much enthusiasm. In New Delhi, the main Republic Day celebration at Rajpath witnessed a display of the country's military might and cultural kaleidoscope. Tabloids showcasing the splendor of various states, including those from the northeastern states, were a major attraction. Celebrations marked the occasion in the northeast as well. Republic Day celebrations in Itanagar took place with Governor Lieutenant General retired Nirbhay Sharma unfurling the flag and calling on the people to work together for development. He later inspected the parade. Dance performance by school children and traditional dances by different tribes entertained the audience, while a number of tabloids depicted the development in various departments and schemes. A large number of people turned out to attend the function.
मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि एक ब्राइट फ्यूचर अवेट्स अस और हम पूरे देश में सबसे आगे होंगे डेवलपमेंट में, प्रोग्रेस में, पीस में और पूरे देश को दिखाएंगे कि अरुणाचल सुबह सबसे पहले उठता ही नहीं है बल्कि हर क्षेत्र में सबसे आगे है.
People in Assam participated in the Republic Day revelry despite a boycott call given by some militant groups. Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi unfurled the tricolour at the veterinary playground in Khanapara and took the guard of honour.
আজিৰ এই পবিত্ৰ দিনত অসমবাসীৰাই আহো আমি একেলগে আমি নতুন অসম প্ৰগতিশীল অসম উন্নয়ন অসম আমি গঢ়ি তুলো.
In Manipur, people defied threats by insurgents to boycott the event and came out in large number to take part in the celebrations. Chief Minister O. Ibobi Singh unfurled the flag at Kangla Fort, while a total of 96 contingents, including those of security forces, schools, colleges, band platoons and other agencies, participated in the Republic Day parade. The Chief Minister also gave away medals for meritorious service to security personnel. Performance of various ethnic dances and 14 tabloids of different government departments were a major attraction. Elaborate security arrangements were in place all across the state.
बहुत अच्छा लगा. इतना माहौल खराब होने के उपरांत भी हम लोग यहाँ देखने के लिए फुल सिक्योरिटी है. हम लोग को कोई चिंता टेंशन वगैरह नहीं है. सरकार का बहुत व्यवस्था है, सब पढ़ाई वगैरह सब है, देखने के लिए आए हम लोग.
Despite a boycott call, people from all walks of life came out in large numbers to participate in the celebrations in Tripura. Chief Minister Manik Sarkar hoisted the national flag at the Assam Rifles Parade ground in Agartala and took the guard of honor. The event was marked by march pasts by different paramilitary forces, state police and NCC cadets. As a goodwill gesture, the BSF personnel stationed along the India-Bangladesh border at Akhora also gave sweets to their Bangladeshi counterparts.
গণতন্ত্র দিবস উপলক্ষে এখানে লোকজন জড়ো হয়েছে আসাম রাইফেল ময়দানে। আমি এই পর্যন্ত দেখলাম এখানে অনেক হাজার হাজার লোকের ছাড়া আমাদের উপজাতিরা অনেক বুড়া বুড়ি গ্রাম থেকে এসে যে আসাম রাইফেল ময়দানে দেখতে পাচ্ছে, তারা একটা আনন্দ উৎসাহ,
একটা সুঠাম বাতাবরণ আমাদের ত্রিপুরায় বিরাজ করছে। উন্নয়নের কাজ দ্রুত গতিতে এগিয়ে চলছে, কিন্তু এখানে আত্মসন্তুষ্টির কোনো অবকাশ নেই। আমরা লক্ষ্য করছি শান্তি সম্প্রীতি সুস্থিতিকে বিনষ্ট করবার জন্য অশুভ শক্তি সক্রিয়।
Along with the rest of the country, Nagaland's Dimapur district also celebrated the 66th Republic Day at the Dimapur District Sports Complex. Cultural dances by various Naga tribes, march past by different contingents, and award distributions were the main highlights of the event. A dog show by the 22nd Army Dog Unit was a major attraction for the visitors.
The dog keeps an eye on the master.
A similar spirit of enthusiasm marked the celebration of the day in Mizoram, Sikkim and Meghalaya. The participation of people in the celebrations across the region reflects their faith in democracy.
Youth in the Northeast are keen to join the army and serve their motherland. Recently, a recruitment rally held in Agartala witnessed a large turnout of youth from Tripura as well as from neighbouring states. We take a look.
These youngsters want to join the armed forces for a brighter future. With a strong sense of patriotism and an urge to serve their country, these young men gathered at the Dasarat Dev Stadium in Agartala to participate in a recruitment rally being conducted by the Indian Army. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar, who was a chief guest at the event, requested the army to organize such recruitment drives on a regular basis. The enthusiastic participation of youth from the state as well as the neighbouring states clearly indicates a paradigm shift in their mindsets.
रैली जो त्रिपुरा में हमने ऑर्गेनाइज की है, इसके लिए हमारे पास टेक्निकल्स और दूसरी एंट्री की कम से कम 400 वैकेंसीज हैं और उसके अलावा करीब 150 के आसपास वैकेंसी है। तो आप मान लीजिए कि करीब 550 वैकेंसी कम से कम है, लेकिन अगर लोग ज़्यादा पास हो जाते हैं तो हम इन वैकेंसीज को बढ़ा भी सकते हैं। प्रॉब्लम ये आ जाती है कि 100% वैकेंसी भर नहीं पाती है, स्पेशली इन द टेक्निकल ग्रुप। अगर ये भर जाएगी वैकेंसी तो जो डेवलपमेंट जो है स्टेट में, कंप्लीट नॉर्थ ईस्ट की स्टेट में बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा और जो यूथ लेफ़्ट राइट चले जाते हैं, समबडी गो इनटू ड्रग्स, कोई चले जाते हैं इंसर्जेंसी वैसे जैसे में, उनको मोटिवेट करके हम एक सही रास्ते में ला करके यूथ को एक सही गाइडेंस दे करके नेशन बिल्डिंग कर सकते हैं।
The Indian Army and other security forces regularly conduct such recruitment programs in the region, including in remote areas with an aim to increase the presence of youth from the northeast in the armed forces. The candidates are selected after a rigorous physical and health screening. They are given relaxation in height and special pre-recruitment training is provided to them. Such recruitment rallies not only provide these youth a chance to serve their country, but also gives them an employment opportunity.
यहाँ पर आर्मी के थ्रू रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए आया हूँ और यहाँ पर मैं टेक्निकल ट्रेड में इंटरव्यू दूंगा, जिसमें मुझे अगर मौका मिले तो देश की सेवा कर सकूं। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है जो आर्मी खुद इतना बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी दे रही है कि आओ हमारे आर्मी को ज्वाइन करो।
टेक्निकल में भर्ती होना चाहता हूँ, जिससे मैं अपने देश की सेवा कर सकता हूँ, और ये मेरा बचपन का ड्रीम है आर्मी में भर्ती होना, जिससे मैं अपने परिवार को अच्छी तरह से चला सकूँ और इससे अच्छी इनकम भी और देश की सेवा भी कर सकता हूँ मैं इससे अच्छी तरह से।
The enthusiasm displayed by the youth to join the armed forces reflects their keen interest to be a part of the mainstream and work towards the development of the country.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
On Republic Day, at least 6 IEDs exploded in different parts of Manipur. There was no report of any human casualty in the incidents. Soon after the blast, a police team rushed to the spot and inspected the site. No group claimed responsibility for the explosions till the filing of this report. Similarly, 2 bombs exploded in Tinsukia district of Assam, but there was no report of any casualty. On the same day, a powerful IED bomb with timer was recovered from the boundary wall of a refined godown at Hathigarh Gaon, NH37 in Jorhat. The IED weighing 2 kg was wrapped in black polythene and had a timer. Bomb disposal squad of Assam Police safely detonated the bomb. Under the theme of My Soil, My Soul, a 3-day-long Indo-Bangla photo exhibition was organized in Tripura to promote cultural diplomacy bilaterally between India and Bangladesh. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar, Information and Cultural Affairs Minister Bhanulal Saha and Mayor of Agartala City Dr. Prafulla Jesh Sinha inaugurated the exhibition. The exhibition was organized jointly by Chittagong Photojournalist Association and Agartala Press Club in association with Indira Gandhi Cultural Center, Dhaka. The photos depict the life, struggle, development, nature and cultural heritage of the people of Chittagong in Bangladesh. A 9-day-long state-level volleyball tournament was held at Maple Kangjibong Polo Ground in Imphal. Altogether, 13 teams from different districts of Manipur took part in the tournament. The event was organized by All Manipur Volleyball Association under the aegis of Volleyball Federation of India with an aim to promote and recreate the volleyball trend in Manipur. On January 25th, dead body of a rhino was recovered from Kaziranga National Park in Assam. The poachers who are suspected to have killed it have taken away the rhino horn. The security guards recovered 2 live cartridges and 4 empty cells from the spot. 14 new Council of Ministers of Assam took oath in Raj Bhavan in the presence of Assam CM Tarun Gogoi. Assam Governor-in-charge P.V. Acharya administered the oath of secrecy to new ministers including Bhumidhar Barman, Bishmita Gogoi, Sumitra Patil and others. Assam CM Tarun Gogoi said that the new council minister is a hope for the people of Assam and expectations and that it will also strengthen the government. Mary Kom, a 5-time world boxing champion and Olympic bronze medalist, recently met Prime Minister Modi in New Delhi and invited him to inaugurate her boxing academy in Manipur next month. While Modi praised the boxer for her achievements, Mary too gifted the Prime Minister a copy of her autobiography Unbreakable. Mary Kom is already providing training to budding boxers in Manipur and will launch an academy to nurture boxing talent from her state and the Northeast region.
The police in Bangalore city of Karnataka have arrested 2 top leaders of Songbajit faction of NDFB who are suspected to be involved in a recent attack on tribals in Assam. We have a report.
A top leader of the NDFBS, wanted by the National Investigation Agency and Assam Police for his involvement in the December massacre in Assam, was recently held by Bangalore Police from the city. The police acted on a tip-off from NIA and Assam Police. The NIA's Guwahati unit has sought the custody of the militant identified as Sanju Bordoloi.
one of the major leaders of the banned Bodo organization called National Democratic Front of Bodoland Sangbo, by name Sanju Bordaloi, alias Sibigiri, has been arrested by the Bangalore City Police yesterday in the Electronic City Police Station limits. This person is involved in a number of cases, including the recent massacre in Assam.
Earlier on January 23rd, another cadre of the outfit, along with 3 of his associates, were arrested from Bengaluru. The security forces have launched an all-out operation, a nationwide chase to crack down the nexus of NDFBS militants. Several arrests were made from Assam after the massacre. In December last year, NDFBS militants had launched simultaneous attacks in 5 districts of Assam, killing at least 81 people and displacing lakhs of Bodos and Adivasis.
The first of its kind web-based educational program was launched in Arunachal Pradesh in partnership with Google. The flagship program of the state government will make use of technology to enhance the learning process for the students. A report.
Arunachal Pradesh has become the first state in the country to launch a web-based educational program for all schools in collaboration with Google. Inaugurated by Nabam Tuki, the Chief Minister Global Education Program would be initially launched in over 50 schools of the state and later extend to others in phased manners. The system aims to bring the power of the web into the classroom and improve productivity.
The main inspiration is that it simplifies the teaching process and students can easily understand the process of teachings because everything will be connected there. Within the laptop, everything will be mentioned there, and the books will be there. But along with the book, it will be easier way of teaching than understanding the students will be there. So our students can gain a lot of benefit of this teaching system.
In order to implement the project properly, the government will now be working towards removing the communication problems in the state and build better educational infrastructure. The Northeast region is landlocked and the students often face problems due to bunds and other disturbances. The availability of internet-based learning system will enhance the education process and make it easier for students to study at home.
जो कनेक्टिविटी का प्रॉब्लम के लिए अभी हम लोग भारत सरकार से बात किया है, उन्होंने प्रॉमिस किया कि इस साल का अंदर जो लोग पूरा कर देंगे। इस साल के अंदर में जितना भी जो इंटरनेट जो प्रॉब्लम है उसके लिए वो लोगों ने ब्रॉडबैंड लगाने के लिए कहा है। उसके बाद तो ये पूरा हो जाना चाहिए।
Once implemented, smart classes will give a boost to the education process and make learning easier, especially for those living in remote areas.
Underground outfits in Manipur frequently kidnap innocent civilians and demand ransom. Recently, 3 workers of a road construction project have been abducted from their worksite by suspected Kuki militants. We have a report.
The construction work of a road from Thaubal to Kasom Kulen in Ukhrul district, which is being funded by the Asian Development Bank, has come to a halt. On January 23rd, 3 workers of the ABCI Infrastructure Private Limited, which is the implementing agency of the project, were abducted at gunpoint from Sarom village by suspected armed cadres of the Kuki National Front. The incident took place when the workers had gone down to the riverside after finishing their work of stone quarrying. While one of the abducted workers is from Assam, the other 2 belong to the state of Bihar.
Our work is totally hampered, and before also we have faced a lot of problem by demanding underground this and that.
In the past also, underground outfits active in the state have targeted those involved with different infrastructure projects with an aim to disrupt developmental works. People in the region are tired of living in fear of the militant groups and want an end to such violent activities so that they can lead a peaceful life.
Youth in Nagaland are taking up fashion designing as a career option. Recently, budding fashion designers from the Northeast India Academy of Performing Arts showcased their work at a fashion show. Take a look.
Celebrating 10 years of its existence, The Dimapur-based Northeast India Academy of Performing Arts pledges to train and nurture the Northeast youth in fashion technology. Recently, the Decade Plus One Founders Day of the Academy was celebrated at Nayapa campus in Dimapur. Actress and Member of Parliament Munmun Sen inaugurated the event titled Decade Plus One. The budding designers from the institute showcased their work as the kids walked the ramp in designer outfits.
This is kind of like a success story where young people in the Northeast are doing things which is outstanding. And we're finding spaces for ourselves. The young people are finding spaces where they can express themselves, train themselves, and come out and look for livelihoods. And when there is livelihood, people are employed. They are happy. When they're happy, it reflects in society. Society overall becomes happier.
The Academy regularly organizes many fashion shows, events, and seminars in India and abroad to showcase the skills of their students to a wider audience. In 2014, the students had presented a fashion show by designer Ekali Sukhalu at the Couture Fashion Week in New York. The official brand of Northeast India Academy of Performing Arts, MOI, was launched last year at the Asian Fashion Week in Indonesia. It was also showcased at the New York Couture Fashion Week to promote their collection. It helps provide international platform to fashion designers from Nagaland.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Limpim, signing off with some images of the annual sports meet of Naga Students Union Mumbai. Goodbye and take care.